Everyone. My name is Katie Burke. I'm now 23 and I've just graduated with a master's degree in human rights from the University of Minnesota in the US. Although I am originally from Rue, a small village in Argyll and Bute just close to Helensburgh, and it was also the chairperson of the Scottish Youth Parliament. My passion really for social justice started here in my hometown of Rue when I was about age 14 and got heavily involved in the youth forum here in Helensburgh. You see, I was really concerned about access issues in school and the lack of lockers available in the newly built Hermitage Academy building for young people to store their school bags between classes. The youth work team at Hermitage really encouraged me to speak out on this issue, and I started a petition and met with the headmaster several times. This one small experience of being heard and being seen by decision makers really built my confidence and showed me the power of speaking out. I later that year stood for election to the Scottish Youth Parliament and served my local community in Helensburgh and Lomond for 5 years until I went on to university in Northeast Fife and there stood again for re-election. During my time as an MSYP, I was continuously supported here by the youth work teams from Argyll and Bute Council who really invested in me and helped me learn so much about teamwork and decision making. Not only that, but they continuously reaffirmed that my age was not a barrier to my ability to influence and be heard. Argyll and Bute Council allowed me to be the first child in the country with a seat at the table on a community planning partnership, cementing their commitment to Article 12 of the UN Children's Rights Convention that affirms that every young person has a right to have a say on the issues that affect them. Not only that, but the staff at Argyll and Bute supported me every step of the way in my journey as an MSYP and as I went on to become chair of the Youth Parliament, and truly made my right to be heard feel tangible. Young people's rights, as we know, are often sidelined in policy debates, but the opportunities I had to represent my community meant I could hold decision makers at every level accountable to children, and I had a seat at some very powerful tables where young people's voices could then be heard. One standout memory from my time as a youth activist in Argyll is when, after years of campaigning by the Scottish Youth Parliament and others, in 2014 16-year-olds were allowed to vote for the first time in the independence referendum. Knowing that young people were due to vote in September meant that our small team of MSYPs and youth workers spent that summer travelling all around Argyll to all the islands and the rural communities to hold workshops, to register young people to vote and empower them to be seen and heard. And for many young people, this was the first time that they'd been meaningfully talked to about politics in their local community and felt that they had a chance to be heard. There are many more steps to be taken, really, for children's rights to be fully upheld in Argyll and Bute. But for example, the lack of social spaces for teenagers and children seriously impacts their right to play, and too many children here, like across Scotland, still grow up with issues of poverty. However, Argyll and Bute has, for me, through their youth work team, made children's rights to participate real to so many children and young people just like me, and I can't be more thankful for the opportunities they've given me to contribute to decisions taken here in Argyll and across Scotland.